So your character has sort of superpowers, but not entirely. If you could have,
I'm a half a superpower.
yeah. So if you could have superpowers,
It's like my life.
what would you want them to be?
If I had a superpower, to be fearless.
Why?
Why? Because fear to me stops everything. Stops everything. And I don't like to be. It's on a massive scale.
I'm a big fan of your work on Alias, and that was an incredibly action-packed show. So do you feel like those 5 years gave you like some kind of preparation for this show because it's so like action-packed and?
In my experience, everything I've ever done it prepares me for the next thing I do, and it informs everything I do. And Alias, without question, was life-changing for me because I was cast in a role that I would normally not be cast in, but JJ saw something in me, which I'm forever grateful for, that allowed me to embody Jack Bristow, and then that changed my life. And so yes, is the answer to the question, but everything I've done just informs what I do next in some way, because you bring everything, like you are the person you are today because of who you were yesterday, and it changes, hopefully, if you are open to it, it changes your life and the way you see things.
You mentioned being half of a character, and I'm curious because you are one half of Firestorm. What is it like having to work that closely with somebody? Is it like having a Siamese twin? You have to rely on somebody else so much, not just yourself.
Oh, it's the best because it's for me the joy of acting is to interact with other actors, and so when you have that kind of connection, it's especially with Robbie, who I have worked with before this job, and we have a fantastic rapport, and nothing makes me happier than saying something that is offensive to him, and so it's like heaven, and so we have a great time and we laugh so much, and it's a joy for me.
How is that going to work on Legends of Tomorrow? Because is he going to be part?
You tell me.
That's been my biggest question.
It's my biggest question, and I can tell you this much. It will be resolved, and you will see Robbie. But the Firestorm. They're in the comics. He's had other connections. So we will see how it plays out. But it's unknown at the moment.
Do you know if it's going to be set up at all in the Flash, or?
It is in fact definitely going to be set up in the Flash. Very good question.
What would you like to see for your character as separate from Robbie's character?
Oh, I think they're so different. I mean, Martin Stein is such a, combination of things, and they're really completely dissimilar. They just happen to have been forced to be together, and that's, of course, the fun of playing it. It's because they're not at all alike. So the idea that now Martin Stein has gone back to semblance of normal life is what's interesting to me, and then how that is changed now that he's comes back into the world of metaphysics.
What excites you the most about this new series?
The fact that it's unknown, that we don't know, and that it's and what excites me is the excitement of the fans and of the writers, and of the fact that and I'm not exactly a pessimist, but I'm also a realist, and I've been in a lot of things, and so I don't count on anything, because you can't. I mean, I have confidence and I believe in what we're doing, but I don't know that it's going to be the hit that everyone keeps saying it is, and that makes me a little uncomfortable, honestly, hearing that.
How much pressure is on the team and on you then?
Well, it's not on me. It's on the writers. I mean, and the producers and the network. I just do what I do, and I'm excited about that because it will. It's a new venture, obviously, and it's again life-changing for me because I'm now doing a series again, which I haven't done for a long time on a regular basis, and also I'll be living in a new city and a new life. So that's the pressure. Is trying to, cope with all that.
So there's this whole cast of characters together. It's an ensemble. Which character do you think Stein's going to ally himself with or get along with the most, and which do you think he's going to clash with?
It's hard to really answer that question. I mean, if it went by the chemistry already, then I think I'm curious about is Wentworth and I are quite simpatico, and it'll be and what I'm looking forward to is two people who are diametrically opposed in the show finding their common ground, and so I think it's really going to be really up for grabs, and I don't know who is going to get along with who. And I think the fun of it is, I think everybody will have moments of like, oh, we agree, but no, we don't. And that's going to be part of the drama of it. And it's like a dysfunctional family. It's like a family drama. It's just a big family. And so how do they coexist, not kill each other, and possibly they do, because you never know what can happen in a season, and somehow for the better good, because they're all striving for something, because they're trying to combat something that is bigger than all of them, and the only way they can do it is by doing it together.
You talk about your superhero other half, but you also have an other half in your life with Martin Stein, and that's your wife.
Yes.
How is that going to affect your character's decisions?
Is my character as
your character's decisions?
Well, it will affect them. Definitely. Which will also it's actually in the first episode of The Flash, where I can't really tell you because it will give away too much. But you will see Martin at home, and you will see his conflict about being recruited to work again. I didn't give away too much stuff.
I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about it too. It's actually a great scene.
What would you say, like in your approach to playing the character, what are his most important, defining qualities, and what drives him as a person?
I think his love for his wife is paramount, and I think his and his striving to do the right thing, and like all situations, sometimes to do what you think is the right thing is going to hurt somebody else, and so that's going to be the hardest thing for him, I think, is to figure out the balance of that, just like in life,